Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
So there's a pizza box, and until you open the pizza box, you can't know if it has cat slices on it or if it doesn't have cat slices on it. One is a vegetarian pizza, one is a cat slice pizza.
How do you know that it's cat? I mean, maybe it's chicken.
Fur.
Maybe it's something else. Oh, it's covered. It's still got fur. Okay. Hairball pizza.
It's sashimi grade slices of cat.
With tails baked right into the crust.
Oh my! Oh no! It's like the cheesy crust, and oh, that's good.
No, that's disgusting.
Yes,
Well,
that.
Never make this pizza. Ever.
As a lawyer, Abysmii is telling you that yes, it is illegal to make cat pizza.
Well,
Yes.
no. I think
Yes.
it's illegal to serve cat pizza because you could kill somebody.
Well,
but...
we have to discourage people listening from making cat pizzas. Otherwise, we have a 50-50 chance of being banned from our platform. If one of us can...
every episode we make is a 50% chance we'll get banned.
Well, I mean, if one or more of us can get breast implants and start sleeping with somebody that works at the company, then we won't get banned. But until that point...
If I get breast implants, I'm just going to be a titty streamer.
Yeah, well, that's the... Yeah. Then you can do whatever you want to cats. Throw them on a pizza.
Well, I don't know how they would feel about eating the cat. I think that you need to abuse the cat.
All right.
Murder isn't as entertaining.
I'm gonna experiment here. I'm gonna email. I'm gonna contact a Twitch staff member. Give me 1 second here. Dear Twitch, I would like to put a cat on pizza and eat it on a live stream. I am a big titty streamer. Send. Okay, now we just need a few minutes. Oh, I've already got a reply. Girl, do what you want. I'm about to eat that pussy. Okay, that's Twitch's official stance.
They would say just live your best life.
Live your best life. Live your best 9 lives. But yeah.
But if you say ass on stream, banned.
Did somebody got banned for saying ass, really?
Well, people get banned for saying mundane curse words, and then they also get banned for not moderating their chat.
Right.
If someone else is cursing and saying racial epithets, you're somehow responsible for it, even if you're a small streamer and you don't have.
Let's face it, only if you're a small streamer. Small to medium, you know.
How do you moderate your chat when you're trying to play a video game?
Yeah, so
unless it's turn-based, what the fuck are you gonna do?
Hey, Twitch, here's an idea. If you don't want people saying racial epithets in your stream, maybe auto-filter it out.
Oh, wow, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Just the thought.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of game theory there.
Hey, Twitch. Hey, Twitch staff members. You stupid fucks. I tell you what, I want the option to just turn off chat. Why as a streamer should you not be able to just turn off chat? They have emote-only mode and shit like that, but then people can put in racially sensitive combinations of emotes. Yeah.
I could ask Twitch right now, actually. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Jennifer!
What?
She says no.
Oh.
Who's Jennifer?
My Twitch moderator.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's some deep Abysmii lore right there.
Mm-hmm.
Abysmii, thank you for explaining your joke.
Well, to be fair, we were both like, what does that joke mean, Abysmii? But,
I'm tired. Fuck you.
Yeah.
So Abysmii's tired. I'm waiting on a pizza, and then Slimebeast is an asshole.
Yeah.
So we all have problems here. Slimebeast's problem is permanent.
Right.
Our problems can be fixed because my pizza will eventually arrive. Abysmii will eventually get sleep. So we're gonna read. Yes.
I have a parable, a short, brief parable to tell you that relates to this podcast and the three of us. Okay.
Yeah.
All the parts of the human body are having a election. They're having a decision. You know, they're going to decide who's in charge of the body. The brain decides that it thinks and, has thoughts, so it should be in charge of the body. The heart says, well, I pump blood, and I keep us alive, so I should be in charge of the body. Meanwhile, at the bottom, the butthole, just listens to this and isn't happy, so he closes up, doesn't let anything out. The body gets sick, the body fills with waste, the body nearly dies. So the brain and the heart say, okay, you can be in charge, just release all of that shit, So the butthole says, okay, cool. And that's why, in any group, the asshole is always the boss. So, DP, tell us what we're reading.
She sold happiness in glass jars.
Is it pee or bathwater?
Yeah, bathwater comes in glass jars now.
Yeah, because we made the bathwater joke before we recorded. It wasn't me, but I would like to know if it's that or pee. So,
I maintain that bathwater is dumb and pee is good.
I thought you were going to say, I maintain an erection at all times, 24/7. It's a testament.
Well, when I was going through puberty, I sure as hell did. I couldn't sleep on my stomach. So this has got like 2,500K upvotes.
Yeah. Top no sleep story of all time.
Top no sleep story of all time of 5 months ago.
Written by
Flard.
Good.
She sold happiness in glass jars. Thank you, Fnard. Or Flard.
So, you Flard. You/Flard. So this... You flash Flard. This predates the whole selling bathwater thing, though.
Yeah. 5 months ago.
Yeah. The poster read, "Happiness sold in glass jars. Call today." And underneath the text was a phone number. I was walking home from a long, exhausting day of work when I caught a glimpse of the paper stapled on an old telephone pole.
As opposed to a new telephone pole.
Yeah.
I took a picture of it, thinking it was amusing. So I would say that this doesn't start off kind of giving us a realistic tone. That's not to say that it isn't possible. I'm just saying that this isn't phrased in a casual tone like I would expect.
Well, to me, it's like, I took a picture of it thinking it was amusing, is like, okay, I know that you're just doing that so that you'll have a reason later for why you have the information from the poster.
That being said, people do take pictures with their phones of amusing stuff all the time.
Because I was going to say, it might be just a, suggestion from a nobody that, maybe it would be like, I took a picture, to post up to, X, Y, and Z, later, or, to show to such and such on the internet or whatever, or to show to somebody I knew. Maybe that's where it'll go. I don't know.
I was going to show my wife once I got to her apartment.
My wife.
But I was caught up with chores and forgot about it. Dinner, dishes, laundry, packing a snack for our daughter, putting her to bed, then putting her toys away that she left out in the living room. Every night, it was the exact same routine.
So wait a minute.
Now wait a minute.
Cat pizza for the daughter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next day, I awoke, sleeping back to back with my wife.
With who?
My wife. I always had to get up earlier than she did for my job, so I quietly got ready for the day and headed out the door. Was sleeping butt to butt.
Aw, damn.
Like a good Mormon couple.
Yeah. Just filling each other with farts.
Farting back and forth forever. Yes. So I do like this. I can relate to the idea of like taking a picture of something and be like, oh, cool, this is neat. I'm gonna like post this on social media, and then like 2 days go by, and I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna post that. Well, it's not relevant anymore.
So
I thought you were gonna say I relate to having a daughter.
So the wife is sleeping later. Yeah, well, I was gonna say the wife is sleeping later. The other person is getting up early to go to work. And the person who's going up early to go to work comes home and makes dinner, does the dishes, does the laundry, packs a snack for the daughter, and puts the daughter to bed, and puts, cleans up after the daughter. Now, avoiding all gender stereotypes, in general, would you think that the spouse who gets up earlier to go to work would be the one doing the home chores and everything? Like, let's assume they both go to work at equally
equally tough jobs, but one of them is getting up at the ass crack of dawn. It'd be like, damn, you also have to come home and go to bed late too. Jesus.
Yeah, no, for sure. That feels like an imbalance.
I mean, like, it also just depends on the family and what your situation is like. So,
I'm not saying it's not realistic. I'm just saying, like, boy, that's a shit thing to have to do.
Sure, yeah, exactly. but again, believable. And so far, this story really hasn't given us any typical no sleep problems of like, you gotta believe it though, guys, because the rules say so. It's been conforming to reality so far.
Yep. Pardon me. At work, I was updating the company's latest expense report. They lost me. I don't believe it anymore. Most days were similar to this one. They were basically paying me to stare at a computer for 9 hours a day and input a couple of numbers into a spreadsheet. Yeah. I finished my...
No, but okay.
just 2 numbers every day. I finished my work very quickly, so I decided to head out of the office early. It also helped that it was a Friday, and a lot of people leave early at the end of the week.
Okay, that is true, but, like, are you salaried? Probably not. Even if you are, like, doing expense reports is not a couple numbers.
I mean, if you ever want to...
Well,
go ahead.
I think let's be a little more charitable here. When I say a couple numbers, I think that they're trying to, like, casually, conversationally downplay, like, the difficulty of their work. They're like, really, I'm just a monkey at a typewriter at this point, and they just need me there, and I input a couple numbers, blah, blah, blah. But they're actually, like, doing stuff all day, but it's just...
I suppose so.
Who took my highlighter? I'm still just a monkey at a typewriter, but yeah. Anyway.
I'm just trying to be charitable.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
On my walk back, I was thinking of... Because I'm sure we're going to shit all over this story at some point.
Maybe not. It could be a well-deserved top story.
Who knows? Maybe. Okay. Usually something, when these stories get, like, to the top, there's something about them that we can, like, figure out. Divine what the no sleep audience likes about it.
Yeah.
So we'll see. On my walk back, I was thinking about what my life had become. I was up late at night making pudding. I did this often. I always dreamed of traveling when I was younger. I wanted to drive across the country or solo backpack across Europe. Then I met Kelsey. Don't get me wrong, I loved Kelsey. I mean, I still do. We just don't have that spark anymore.
Damn.
When you meet someone and get in a relationship, whether it's meant to be or not, some of your personal life plans have to be put on hold. And then that relationship turns to marriage. Doesn't need to.
Nope.
And then you have a baby. You don't need to. And then you have to enroll your daughter in a preschool. You don't need to. You can homeschool to keep them away from the devil numbers.
Yep, and the vaccines.
Keep them off of the registry guys. Then you get a better paying job and work more hours and blah, blah, blah. I think that this is kind of paint by numbers, but I am generally liking how this is playing out.
It's definitely a go-to line of, oh man, life happened and where did all my life go? But a lot of people these days aren't having kids, and so
fucking
millennials, and like, I don't know, I'm kind of less convinced by it and less sympathetic. Like, well, no one said he had to fucking do that.
We don't know the age of the person though, too. So
some boomer wrote this.
Yeah.
No. What if like what if the situation, and this is just me spitballing here, I'm not saying the author needs to do this, but the way I would write this is like, man, I got married and had kids because my parents always told me to do that. And then like I looked around to my left and my right and I realized that no one else in my generation is getting married and having kids. Oh shit, I'm trapped and I didn't need to do this. Did I want to do this? Was this my choice? Like those kind of questions, that'd be an interesting conflict.
You could even do like a really quick shortcut and you could say, you know how it goes. You get married, you have a baby, or in my case, you do it the wrong way around. And then, go on. It's like, okay. Yeah, I can see what happened there. But anyway.
What is that? Ding dong, the pizza is here?
Oh, why are they...
Pause?
Why is the
joyous day.
Why is the pizza delivery guy calling you ding dong? Hey, ding dong,
ding
your
dong.
pizza's here. Fucker.
Well, now you're not getting a good tip.
Welcome to Sleepy's Pizza. If you're sleepy and you need pizza, I might make it for you.
Hey, do you have pineapple anchovy pizzas?
Let me check. It may be 30 minutes or less.
Okay.
And then your order will be taken.
No problem. So you're saying it'll be 30 minutes till my order is taken?
Yes, sir.
Well, can I have some, free breadsticks while I wait?
Don't do breadsticks, sir.
Huh. So, DP, you're back now, huh?
ate some pizza.
Mm-hmm.
It was good pizza.
I should point out, for everybody listening to this, we just had a long and in-depth political discussion, and I clicked record and said that DP immediately shifted. It's like, on the ball, man. We're on point.
Yeah, no. We're exactly where we were. So
DP was
start reading.
DP was like, and furthermore, migrant camps are not that bad. We go, I just ate pizza.
Look, the definition of concentration camp has shifted over.
God damn it.
Oh, we're going there.
Oh my god, yeah, it's.
Is Abysmii? I do need your legal advice. Is cat pizza legal in Ohio?
I'm not a lawyer. I'm not familiar with Ohio pizza law.
Yeah.
However,
what is the jurisdiction there? Is it pizza law or is it cat law?
Well,
it's not bird law.
There's no. I am genuinely curious now.
Like a cat?
It's obviously illegal to sell certain things to people in food. Like, you can't do that. But is it illegal to get a cat, skin it, and serve it to, like, yourself?
Okay,
like,
yes, that would be animal
illegal?
cruelty.
But animal cruelty isn't illegal in some respects. I don't think. It's unethical.
Let's not give our audience any ideas here.
Okay, we cannot control people who they probably already are skinning their fucking cats. Like,
listen,
what, we need to tell them don't do it?
Listen.
There's more than one way to do it.
Yeah, that's true. A segment of our listening audience are legitimate creepypasta fans, so let's not give them ideas of what they could get away with.
you won't summon for a pizza. No, I wish I hadn't.
You won't summon the Fear Fiction Podcast cast members by making a cat pizza in the woods at night. Don't do it.
Okay, hold on. It is now illegal to slaughter a dog or cat for food in the United States.
It is now. When is this?
On December 20th, 2018, the Federal Dog and Cat Meat Trade Prohibition Act. That was part of the 2018 Farm Bill.
2018.
Hello. Mid-1900s, I just want to let you know, we finally have that law in place in 2018.
Holy shit.
Oh, you think it's already illegal, but no.
Oh
Goddamn Trump taking away our ability to skin and eat cats.
You know, that may be what cost him the re-election.
Yeah, no Asians are going to vote for him now.
Oh my god.
I know a lot of super conservative people, and I want to bring this up. Do you think the federal government is allowed to tell you what you can and can't eat, including dog and cats?
DP, who did you say was the only candidate that could beat Trump?
Yeah, you don't want to alienate the Yang Gang.
God damn it.
I'm not trying to throw a pity party for myself. I'm just saying I wasn't exactly content with where I was in my life. I wouldn't have referred to myself as a happy person. I don't want to throw a pity party for myself, but I wouldn't describe myself as happy. Oh no, you're married and have a kid and a good job and aren't like dying of some horrible disease and you don't have any other noticeable trauma in your life. I really don't have any sympathy for this protag. I don't.
Look at it this way. You're not a cat pizza. Okay.
You're not eating cat pizza right now.
And I look around and I say, this isn't my beautiful wife. This isn't my beautiful car. This isn't my pizza. I don't have cat on my pizza.
This is not my beautiful jar full of happiness, I guess.
Happiness.
All right.
As I took the same route home that I did every day to work and back, I walked by the same poster I had passed the day before. I don't know why. I really don't. But I decided to call the number. I figured it would be some joke. Maybe someone just picks up and says, I love you, on the other end and hangs up. Or maybe it's aligned to a sex worker. I had no idea what to expect.
Why would that be happiness in glass jars or happiness in jars, whatever it said?
Good question.
I love you, click. That makes no sense. Well, whatever. I called. It only rang once before someone picked up. Hello, a woman said. Hi. I'm calling about your poster, your ad. Oh. Awesome, she said calmly. When do you want to pick it up? Pick what up? The jar, she said, like it was the most obvious thing in the world. Okay, that's my part.
I farted in this jar was out.
I farted on a Jawa for you, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Here's the hologram of it.
The fart is so stinky that it gave Abysmii a stroke. He's just like, open this jar. The fart smells so bad that it induced slow motion. It's an area of effect when you
said it once, I'll say it again. Fuck you, I'm tired.
I think we have Hero 32 for Overwatch.
Well, that's already Girardi from TF2. It's just pee in a jar.
Oh,
you know
okay.
about that, right?
No.
Yes, you know about that deep TF2 lore.
In TF2, there's a weapon called Girardi, which is just pee in a jar, because the sniper would sit in one place sniping for so long that he would just pee in jars, and so you can throw the pee on people and it makes them take more damage.
Nice.
What's the weirdest or most illegal place you guys have ever taken a piss?
Weirdest or most illegal place we've ever taken a piss? In the women's bathroom dressed as a police officer on a Segway, I guess? I don't know. DP, why don't you go first? I have to think about that answer.
Ooh, I don't know where the most illegal place I've ever peed was. I would say it was funny. Not too long ago, myself and a friend who is not very good at drinking went out and just had a few beers. And we're at this parking garage, and he's just like, I can't hold it. And he just goes over to the corner of this very fancy parking garage and just urinates. And we get the fuck out of Dodge after that. And it's just like, it is a torrent. I think he had to pee so bad that his pee hole is forever widened.
God damn it. Mr. Wide Pee Hole is his new creepypasta icon name.
Mr. Widehole?
Yeah, Mr. Wide Hole.
You want to know how my pee hole got this wide?
My thought what? No.
When I was in college, which I went to, I was studied abroad in Scotland. And
Scottish abroad, huh?
Yeah. There's this tiny town that has multiple medieval ruins, which is probably the reason why I fucking studied there.
Oh, no.
But there are 34 pubs in this town, which is about 3 streets and nothing else. So drinking was what we did most nights. And we would just like randomly hop the fucking like fence and party around a castle. So I peed on a 14th century castle. I can say that.
Okay.
I peed on an ancient Irish castle, and now I wish I hadn't. I think a Viking demon is hunting me down.
That's okay. I'm Scottish and Danish, so they won't come for me.
Yeah, sure. I don't.
Oh, of course. And then I realized that I had left work early without telling Kelsey, so I could just go pick it up now, and she'd be none the wiser. What exactly is this that you're selling? I just told you, it's happiness in a glass jar, like the poster said.
Yeah.
Happiness keeps best in glass jars. They're more durable than, say, a plastic bag.
Most things are more durable than a plastic bag.
So, that's great lawyer advice, but also, what do we think is in the glass jar? Like people's disembodied smiles or what?
Cocaine?
Oh, okay.
No, fentanyl. That's what.
Oh, no.
These days.
Yeah,
Fentanyl.
a little bit of Fen.
Mm-hmm.
Get some Fenny and some Henny. About to have a good weekend. Kids, don't do Fenny and Henny.
Don't do Fenny at all. Just
the
don't
kids
do
are calling it Fen and Jake. What?
Okay.
Adventure time, bring your dud.
Adventure time, going through withdrawal. Okay, should we meet somewhere?
Okay, I have to do it. Adventure time! Come on, come on, come on, come on!
Come on.
Well, welcome to our quarterly tired episode.
We are on crystal meth. And we'll always, I don't know.
And we'll always do crystal meth.
We'll always scrub the floors.
With our tongues.
Yes.
My fentanyl, for sure. I don't want you to end up being a creep or something. So let's go meet to a big place. There we go.
Okay, here's your first red flag. Oh,
yes.
Hi, red flag. Yes, well, if you're ever ordering from somebody via a poster on an old telephone pole, just have them ship it to you and pay the shipping costs. Don't meet somewhere, because that's sketchy as fuck. Can I lick your feet? I heard mermaids do it. Quite a bit.
Yes.
The public place we decided on was a Starbucks parking lot a little over a mile from me.
I'm disappointed it wasn't Walmart, but okay.
I'm disappointed it wasn't in the Starbucks.
You can't bring fentanyl into a Starbucks.
No, like
you
they're
gotta
in a
buy
fucking check.
You gotta buy the fentanyl there.
Sorry, no outside fentanyl in this theater, ma'am.
Try our new seasonal fentanyl latte.
Ooh, pumpkin fentanyl.
That's why those gentlemen got kicked out of the Starbucks. They brought in outside fentanyl.
God damn it.
It's clearly posted on the window. You can't fucking do that.
That was just a joke, people. Black people don't do fentanyl. That's a white trash thing.
Oh, okay. Good thing we cleared that up.
I was gonna disagree, but then I remember Little Peep died from doing fucking fentanyl.
There
So
you
no,
go.
you're right. You're right. Now, I didn't think I was really going to be buying a jar of happiness or whatever. I was 99% sure she was going to sell me drugs, and I was on board for it.
Yeah.
Maybe heroin would be in the jar.
Okay.
I remember thinking, this is a good life decision. Oh no, happiness is probably a nickname for some street drug, and I'm going to a drug deal. What if she's a cop? Am I going to be arrested? You're dumb. But something inside me told me to keep walking, so I did. You're dumb. I stood outside and texted her. You're dumb.
We have no... Now, maybe this will be a supernatural explanation, but we have no motive. We have no realistic motive for a presumable father of a young child in a happy marriage, or a marriage that's lost its spark, whatever.
Yeah,
in
if we had
a steady job,
fast-forwarded...
getting up early in the morning. We have no motive for him to go to a drug deal that might not be a drug deal, but might be a drug deal. Hey, let's find out. Like, okay.
I disagree.
Oh, really?
I think.
Okay, Anthony Fantano.
I'm feeling hard 5 here. Heavy 5.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy 5.5 pounds of fentanyl. That is a lot of fentanyl.
Wow.
That would kill a fucking city block.
All right.
That's a lot.
I like this
I
plan.
agree with Slimebeast here. If we had been like, my marriage has been falling apart for 10 years, and fucking drug deals are the only way I can deal with going home. Okay, but this is, man, I had to get up early to make a snack for my daughter again. Boy, I need to go do some drugs like that.
So, no. He's not hoping for drugs. So here's what it is. He's in this routine, and he wants to get out of the routine. So it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter that he's like that it would be heroin or whatever. He's just looking for excitement. So he wants to. No.
This milk toast vanilla motherfucker is not going to be
First
like.
of
This
all,
sounds like drugs. Yeah, I think I'll go through with it.
First of all, we
I'm
don't
gonna
even
do
know
it.
this is a male narrator. It could be a same-sex relationship. You guys are both fucking bigots.
Shit, we're canceled.
No, so there's every possibility that he's not looking to score drugs. He might just want to see if it is drugs, because you just want to go on an adventure, and this is an adventure. This is like something to distract himself from this stupid bullshit.
He's not going to do that though. He's going to look up some suggestive subreddit before he does this though. I don't know. This seems extreme.
That's my point being, it just seems a little out of left field to be like, I have no idea at all what this is. I'll go buy it. If there was more setup of being like, looking for a thrill or something like that, then I'd be like down for it. I'd be like, okay, yeah, just looking for a thrill.
I think there is. I think he's like, look, man, I just lost my spark. I'm looking for the spark. I'm looking to spark some fentanyl.
All right, but why did he take a picture of the poster? It hasn't come up yet. Okay, Me, I'm here. Her, cool, be there in a sec. Me, what are you driving? Her, silver Camry. Oh, it's a drug deal.
Yeah.
Because it's a silver Camry?
Yes.
The back of a Camry.
Only drug money would be able to afford a silver Camry. As her final text came through, I saw her pull in. She took a spot not too far from where I stood. I could see there was no one else in the car, which put my kidnapping fear to rest. Jesus Christ. She opened her door and stood on the pavement, looking around until her eyes met mine. I gave her a little nod of acknowledgement. She simply responded by waving her hand, gesturing for me to come over to her car, so I did.
So that brings up an interesting idea. So we have the whole, that put my kidnapping fears to rest. And that's corny, the way that it's written, but there are people who will pay to be kidnapped. That's like a fetish.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how much people want to break out of their fucking routines.
They'll kidnap you for a fee, and you can pretend to sleep next to somebody during a porn shoot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
However, this isn't that. and we are not far along enough with, oh man, I am so sick of my routine. He just, like, the way this story was written, it's just, man, I'm starting to, like, kind of think about where my life is going. Not, I really need an escape. Holy shit, I have to get out of this. We're not far along enough, and that's the problem.
I think sometimes that'll just sneak up on you of just like, man, I'm in a goddamn routine. What happened?
Yeah, but you don't go straight to, I might be buying drugs tomorrow. You don't do that. You do other small things first, as like acting out, hoping your spouse will notice and hoping that will spark new things.
Hey, listeners! If you're stuck in a rut, go comment below if you would buy drugs. Just say I would. DP's right. I would buy drugs, and then upvote that comment if I'm right.
Okay.
And for those of you who live in a state that has legal marijuana, explain why that's fucking stupid.
God damn.
Why did you say legal marijuana?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so legal marijuana is stupid?
No, but the idea of like, I'm gonna go buy drugs to spice up my life, which without proper context.
Only dopes smoke dope.
What are you, the FBI?
Yes, I'm the FDA.
FDA here to inspect your fentanyl.
See, I see you have 5 pounds. I've never seen this much in one place before. I'm genuinely impressed.
FDA here to try out your fentanyl. Check on your fentanyl.
I see you.
That's good fentanyl.
I see you. Wow, why did this become the fentanyl episode?
I don't know. I'm never ever going to try fentanyl. Smash cut to black screen, white text. The hyperrealists try fentanyl.
Oh my god, no.
So what are you doing with 5 pounds of fentanyl?
Creepypasta.
Oh,
Abysmii.
No sleep.
Is it my turn to read? Whose turn is it?
I read the text messages.
Yeah, no, it's your turn, TP.
And as her final text came through, I saw her car pull.
I read that part.
Yeah.
She was young, and maybe in mid-20s, with curly golden hair. Her skin was pale and contrasted with the all-black outfit she was wearing.
Manic pixie nightmare girl.
Manic pixie fentanyl girl. I thought she looked like Glinda, the good witch from The Wizard of Oz, which had put on the Wicked Witch's clothes. That's a good visual. Come on, guys.
It is a good visual, but it's always telling that the only people who get described in any of these stories are icon pastas or cute girls.
Yeah.
The girl was wearing this in my story. Ooh.
Yeah.
Not to berate the author, it's just across the board, it's always what happens.
Hey, Mr. Sandman.
What?
Fentanyl, please.
Bump, 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 bump. Give me a bump. That
Mr. Sandman. What?
What? Who said that?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, kids, don't do fentanyl. Adults, don't do fentanyl. Please, let's stop doing this.
Elderly people who are on death's bed, go for it.
Yeah.
Do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, no.
Just don't drive afterwards.
Of course not. Don't drive at all.
Don't drive at all.
Yeah.
Get off the fucking road. It's pissing me off.
Goddamn boomers driving around on their fentanyl mobiles.
Introducing Segway 2.0, the fentanyl model.
Why?
Because Segways suck.
Some people are going to be like, what is fentanyl? And if you haven't Googled what fentanyl is, Bing it now.
Mm-hmm.
What if the thumbnail for this episode, what if it's just...
No.
Yes!
No.
What? You didn't even hear what I was going to say yet.
Yeah, but I know what Brandon was thinking.
Just giant fentanyl pill?
No, I wasn't going to say that. See, I'm much, in order to make sure that it's more obscure, what if we just put up the chemical compounds used to make fentanyl?
No.
Put a nice chart.
That's somehow worse because it's insidious.
Nothing's worse than insidious, but okay.
Elias, pull up pictures of fentanyl.
Elias, try fentanyl for us so we can watch and see what happens.
There's nothing in the Mormon religion that says you can't try fentanyl, because they probably don't know what it is.
There's nothing in the rule book that says a dog can't eat fentanyl. In 2018, they made a law outlawing giving fentanyl to dogs.
No, we just barely acknowledge that they shouldn't be killed. It's going to be like 3002 before we fucking outlaw dogs doing fentanyl.
By the way, don't give your fucking pets extreme opioids.
And this is coming from Abysmii, a drug lawyer.
This might be the most tasteless episode we've ever done.
I don't know. We've done some pretty tasteless things, huh?
This is more tasteless than Walmart dumpster fuck.
If you give fentanyl to your dog, make sure you're live streaming on Twitch so that nothing will happen to you.
Okay, hold on. Fucking in a dumpster behind a Walmart is just shameful. There's nothing inherently illegal about it, except maybe you're not allowed to be fucking there.
There's nothing illegal about it except doing it. Okay.
Maybe the managers would have a problem. I don't know. I'm not big Walmart. But fentanyl's fucked up.
I thought that Big Walmart was going to be the name you'd be releasing your rap album under.
I'm no big city fentanyl lawyer.
I'm no big city Walmart, ladies and gentlemen. What?
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, which one of us among you has not had sex behind a Walmart in a dumpster? Come now. We all remember the 80s.
Goddamn.
I don't. I was one. Okay. Nice day out, she said as a greeting. Oh, yeah, it is. Hadn't really paid attention to it. So it's day, and this happiness jar peddler is in all black, pulling up in a silver Camry, looking suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, she's selling jars of nothing, so.
Sorry, fentanyl machine broke.
God damn it. You know?
Abandoned by fentanyl.
There aren't as many fentanyl sales on school grounds as you would think.
No. You were the one that called about the jar, right? Yeah, that was me. Cool, well, here you go. She handed me a very small glass mason jar. Of course it's a fucking mason jar.
She's a hipster. Okay.
She's a goddamn I was going to make a joke about hipster mason jars, and they did it for me. It couldn't have been
it's
more
full of mustard. It's a mustard mason jar.
Oh shit, new sketch. It couldn't have been more than 2 inches tall. Inside of it was a light. Not a light bulb, just light. Oh, there we go. There we go. There is our supernatural bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I got
that didn't need it. It didn't need it.
Jar.
It was like someone bottled up sunshine. It glowed even in the mid-afternoon delight. It looked like a tiny sun or a tiny universe existing in this little crystal-walled home. I was admiring it with no attempt to hide the awe on my face.
It is the bottle city of Candor.
You can't bottle lightning. Wait, you can, because no sleep.
Yeah. This is real. Shut up. Pretty rad, isn't it? What is it? You've asked that like 3 different times, I think. My answer is still the same. It's happiness. Happiness in a glass jar. Okay, so skipping ahead in my mind, where is she getting the happiness from? Who is she taking it from to give to him? From
and
his
why?
family?
People who do fentanyl.
Oh, okay. What do I do with it? Keep it, she said simply, or shove it up your ass and break it. I don't care. Oh, if you have any problems, shoot me a text. She started to get into her car.
Shove it up your ass and break it. Half an apple's in the jar.
Why'd you leave a jar in your asshole? Here you go now, you're going to the hospital.
In my happiness in a jar.
Clenching my asshole tight. I cry when fractures form and I die.
God damn it, no.
Daughter and dear wife, I no longer have that spark.
God damn it. Okay. Holy shit.
Keep going.
No. She started to get into her car. I thought DP was going to read, but okay. Wait, I said. I thought you were selling this. How much is it? Don't worry, man, she said with a smile. You'll pay.
Okay.
This went from okay to bad story. Like under 6 seconds.
This is fucking no sleep. Like, god damn it.
Yeah, don't
Can you
worry.
people write something other than supernatural bullshit for one popular story? I'm sure a bunch of you do, and they get buried because they're not about goddamn cryptids or like fucking hell opening.
Abysmii. They get deleted for not being horror.
Don't remind me. Speaking of stories,
don't worry, man. You'll pay, because this right here is a Faustian bargain. And I am telling you what every Faustian bargain dealer tells their customers.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they say that the devil will appear in a pleasing form? Yeah, why? No reason. She got back into the car.
The devil drives a silver Camry.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's a good story title.
The devil drives a silver Camry, and now he
the first creepypasta I ever wrote was called Relief, and it was basically a case study of 3 or 4 different people, I don't remember the number, who were basically offered a drug called Relief to deal with their problems, and each of them had one of them was a lawyer, because I worked in the law office and wrote this. But basically, it was a lawyer who, worked for scumbag corporations and fucked people over, and he felt terrible about it.
Mm-hmm.
Another person had, basically their entire family disowned them for no reason, and they were homeless on the street. I'm not an amazing author, but I would say I did it better than this, because at least there was some emotional impact and not, my perfect life is somewhat unpleasant. I guess I'll go do a drug exchange with the devil. Just saying.
Well,
I'm no big city fentanyl author.
Mm-hmm. That's why this is the top-rated story on No Sleep, and you, my friend, are just what do you got? What do you got, Abysmii?
I got nothing.
Integrity.
I got nothing.
Besides a wife you love, a degree in fentanyl law. She closed her door, and I stepped out of her way as she backed up, and then drove off. What the hell had just happened? What was I holding? I looked down at the jar. Its radiance was simply mesmerizing.
It's a firefly.
I put it in my pocket, and I could see it glowing slightly through my pants. I began to walk home. Is that some glowing fentanyl in your pants, or I'm just throwing the word fentanyl around because it's making me laugh?
Okay, you know what? If she had straight up just given him some fucking fireflies in a jar and said, "Here, this is happiness,"
dude.
I'd be like, okay, no, fair enough. Okay, you gave what you advertised. I can't argue with that. That would be infinitely more interesting.
Also, that'd be really funny if you just put up a poster in real life and do that to somebody.
Yeah,
just fuck with them.
Way back in the day, I actually dated somebody who took a yam, hid it.
Where is this going?
Now, just listen. Took a yam, hid it in the town. What the fuck are we doing here?
Hey, big boy, you want to play hide the yam?
You want to play hide the yam? I am what I am. Took a yam, hid it, and then put up posters around town with a photo of it saying "Lost Yam." That was all I was going to say.
That's good.
Anyway.
I really like that.
I'm immediately reminded of that Red Letter Media Best of the Worst, where Rich Evans is saying, "This guy showed me his poster in his bedroom," and they just tear into him. Oh yeah, his poster. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. His poster of David Hasselhoff shirtless. I don't know. Anyway.
But no, Abysmii is right. If it was fireflies, that'd actually be pretty cool.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
What was just a nice sunny day quickly changed into a rainy one with clouds wrapping the sky. It was not forecasted that it would rain, or else I would have ridden the bus or the subway to work that day. I jogged home, trying not to get too drenched. I finally found shelter once I made it to my apartment building.
Oh, apartment building, okay. So he lives in an apartment.
I walked up to my door and found that my key wasn't on my key ring anymore. Shit, I can't believe I lost it again.
No.
Again? Oh, you're just clumsy.
Oh, no, guys.
Is this like monkey's paw bullshit or something?
No, this is like It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh.
I don't have the key to my apartment anymore because I don't live there and my wife doesn't know me and there's no kid. That's just what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing. Probably not.
Okay, let's see. I knocked on the door and said in a somewhat loud voice, "Hey, babe, it's me. I don't know what happened to my key." I heard the door being unlocked from the other side. When the door opened, I was greeted by a large, heavy... Oh, my God, You're right. Heavy-set man with greasy hair and an unkempt goatee. He said...
"Hi, I'm Slimebeast."
"I think you stole from me. I think you got the wrong door, bud." "Oh," I said, disoriented. "My bad. Sorry. Have a good one." "Shit, dude. You called that super quick."
He let out a chuckle as he closed the door. Also kind of the premise of the first episode of the reboot of The Twilight Zone. Anyway, apartment number 33. I know that was my apartment. I know it was. I've been in apartment 33 for 5 years now. But that was not my apartment. From what I could see inside, all the furniture was different. There were My Little Pony figures on it. It was painted a different color. It was all wrong. I felt like I had hit my head and was drugged. In that moment, nothing made sense. So he is on fentanyl. He's drugged.
Do we want to bother?
Yes.
Dude,
we know what happens.
Come on.
We know
we don't have that
premise.
much left.
let's press
We have like
on.
half the story left.
Lying to Abysmii.
Let's press on. But honestly, Abysmii, I am feeling you 100%.
I'm so disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed now.
I feel like we have to do due diligence because it may swing around at some point where we're like, oh, that's a good spin on it, actually, or something.
I agree with you, but I also just want to say this now. I think we've officially become No Sleep's disappointed fathers. We're No Sleep's 3 gay dads, and we're just like, no, not the son I raised.
I'm pitching this.
Okay.
Let's do a 3 cliches and we're out rule from here on out.
So 3
Okay.
additional cliches.
3 additional cliches and we close the door on this fucking story.
Okay,
This
now-
is a heavy cliche, though, so I want to say we should give it 2.
I say 3 cliches going forward, and I'm not going to call out cliches even if I spot them because I'm the one who thinks we should finish it. So you guys have
Okay.
to be on the ball.
Okay.
Okay. On one condition, I get to go get more gin.
One of
Be
you
right
wants
back.
pizza, the other wants gin. Next, we're going to be stopping
Right
for
back.
fentanyl.
Okay, thank you.
What's the matter, Abysmii? Why don't you tell everybody listening?
I wish you were recording. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah. All right, so I am recording now. If we want to, I don't know whose turn it
Okay.
was.
Okay.
my turn.
Yeah, no, it's Brandon's turn. Leave!
Abysmii's just been abusing his wife.
I need to go get some gin. He says. I stop recording. I get up. I come back. He's screaming at his wife.
Oh, God.
I need more gin. You shut up.
Shut up, fuck! I'm so fucking tired. I had to go to the dentist today. I had to get to work at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And this episode is taking for fucking ever.
Abysmii is just sitting there with a glass of gin, and he's going, "Fennel, fennel, fuck, paprika,
Oh, God damn it.
fucking rosemary." Tom.
Rosemary.
Son of a bitch.
All
I
right.
pulled out my phone to call Kelsey so she could calm me down and tell me I was just confused for a second. But her contact wasn't in my phone. In fact, nothing was in my phone.
Whoa.
Nothing. All that I see. No messages. I had no messages with her. No previous calls. No pictures. It was like my phone reset to its factory settings. Did that girl somehow switch my phone out when I wasn't looking?
No.
Oh.
I would have just dialed Kelsey's number manually, but I couldn't quite remember it. I had known it by heart before, but not anymore. I need to get back to the office. I had all my contacts backed up on my work computer.
Okay. So Slimebeast, the bygone has-been who had a brief flash in the pan time when he was a popular creepypasta author, is now going to tell the most upvoted No Sleep Raider how to write, which is totally stupid. But instead of did that girl somehow switch my phone out when I wasn't looking, asked to us, the reader, where we know that wasn't the case because we already know magic shit's going on, I would have personally said something like, I considered the fact that the girl had, done something to my phone when I wasn't looking. Like, you can explain away something, like lampshaded a little bit, but,
Yeah.
asking us is like, we're going to answer you and we're going to be like, no.
Well, that's No Sleep's prerogative, though.
Yeah.
Ask the reader, engage the reader, which is its fucking crutch. And honestly, I know I was hard on this story, or am hard on this story, because it's a Wonderful Life premise, but it's No Sleep's approach to these tropes.
Mm.
If it was different, if it was a different site, if it was a different setup, I would be more tolerant. Because obviously everything has been written under the sun. every trope is a trope for reasons. I don't begrudge people for telling the same story a different way. But this is so, like, the rest of the story, maybe I'll be proven wrong. I'm just, like, I see it and I can't unsee it, and I just have no connection to what the protag is doing now. I cannot care less what his arc is, or their arc.
Well, maybe they'll surprise you.
Maybe.
All right. Who is this now? Me?
Brandon.
Abysmii.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Since it was still raining, I hopped on the bus, which had a stop right in front of the apartment complex. I rode downtown toward my office, the whole time staring at my wet shoes, wondering what the hell was going on. We have a key card access to our building, so only authorized personnel can get inside. I always keep my access card in my wallet. Always. But, surprise, surprise, it wasn't there. I buzzed into the speaker we had for guests with appointments, or employees as a backup in case anyone lost or forgot their card. Bzzz. Hey, this is Tim. Must have lost my card. My employee number is... I stopped as I drew a blank. A voice came through the speaker. Tim? You got cut out. What's your employee number? Okay, is this a work day?
I
that
don't
he
know.
did this?
I don't know.
Because most places, unless they're like
I think
a restaurant or a store, like a customer store, are not open on the weekend.
Welcome
So-
to the customer store.
Yeah, I don't know what else to call that right now. But he's like an accountant for his what sounds like a firm or a business of
It
some
says
types.
that he's trying to get to his computer because he has a backup of his contacts in his work computer, which is like, okay.
And I get
Also,
that, but,
also, your wife isn't at your apartment and you never lived there, which is the more important thing.
well, but like, it's like what this feels like a lapse in writing, because why would your business be open? Like, unless you took the day off, which was not previously established.
But it's also like getting into the whole like, okay, so it's a beautiful life situation. We've entered this alternate dimension, and he remembers that he has a wife, but he doesn't know her number. So it's like selective of what memories are being deleted and which ones aren't. It just, the supernatural shit problematizes everything. Guys.
By the way,
Yeah.
Brandon is from an alternate Mandela universe where it is called It's a Beautiful Life instead of It's a Wonderful Life. It's a Berenstein
It's
situation.
a beautiful life. Oh, shut up. I like Ace of Base.
God damn it. Alright, I can't remember. I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. That's fine. Just tell me your full name and department. Finance. I'm in finance. My name is Tim Brooks. 1 sec. About 30 seconds later, the man spoke to me again. I'm sorry, we don't have a finance department. We don't have a Tim Brooks working in this building. Did you have an appointment with someone?
I'm sorry, we don't have a Tim Apple here.
I backed up in surprise, almost tripping over my own feet. I had just been in that office an hour or two ago. Oh, so he got off work and went back. What was happening to me? I felt like I was getting Alzheimer's. It's not Alzheimer's, it's Alzheimer's for everybody out there. Because I saw, you see on the news reports and shit like that, people saying Alzheimer's like there's some smartasses, but no. But going through every stage in one day, I stared at my hands, unsure if I was in the right body. I felt I was wearing a black dress. I felt like the world around me was disintegrating. I wasn't in control. I was merely sitting inside someone else's head, watching the world through their eyes. By the way, I did see a news report where the anchor said, patients suffering from Alzheimer's and dementa. I was like, no.
I have never seen that. On the
Really?
news.
Oh.
No.
I must be... maybe it's just that people in North Carolina are fucking idiots.
Yeah, that's actually what it is. Just then I got a text. I recognized the number immediately. It was that girl, the one who I gave me the jar.
No shit!
I had forgotten
God.
about it until I saw her text. Wow!
Wow!
What the fuck? It was selective amnesia?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we can call that safely. We can call that strike one.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. How is that a
Yes.
cliche?
It's stupid. Stupid is a cliche.
Okay, to be fair, it's not a cliche, but it is really stupid.
That's strike one. I'm calling it. I don't care.
Oh, fuck.
Her. Hey, how's it going? I looked at my phone, dumbfounded. It made me angry she was so nonchalant about this. She knew what was going on. She had done this somehow. Me, what the hell did you do to me? Her. The worst is yet to come. I was
Oh, that's two.
No,
That's
come
number
on.
two.
You can't just rapid fire. You know what I'm noticing?
I'm not. The story is rapid fire.
The story's doing this. It was astronomically close to just. I was astronomically close to just chucking the phone as far as I could in frustration.
There's 3 people throwing things.
No, but I was astronomically close.
Mm-hmm.
I took the jar out of my pocket. It looked unchanged, still glowing just as bright.
I'm sorry, isn't astronomically close mean you're really far away?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a contradiction.
What the fuck did you do? I yelled at the jar, realizing I would probably look like a lunatic.
As I stared at its glistening glass, I realized something. Alliteration was fun.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what my wife's face looked like anymore. I knew her name. Well, I knew it started with a K, or maybe a C. I couldn't picture her in my mind. I knew I had a wife. I knew I did. Yes, because I had a daughter. I had a wife and a daughter. I just couldn't remember their faces then, or their names, or their birthdays, or any memories I had with them.
As a reader, I would know that you're going to get your family back at the end because you started the story out saying their names, and you would only remember that if this ends happily with you getting everything back.
And even if it ends,
okay, well then it would be really bad. But
well, if it ends on like a sad note and you fucked up, you threw away what was really good. Like, okay, cool. It doesn't change the fact that the story is very tropey.
I'm just picturing the ending where it's like, I never remembered their names or faces or anything about them again, and I sat down and wrote this story. Like, well, wait. You just said where you worked and their names, and okay.
As I'm writing this, my memories are disintegrating. Post to no sleep.
Ronald McDonald is turning his head to look at me. I know they existed. They did exist. I had just seen them that morning, right? I couldn't remember how she looked or what she smelled like. Fentanyl. What was our first date? Doing fentanyl in a dumpster behind Walmart. We had a wedding, right? What about our first kiss? Or my daughter?
So is the bar handing out open fentanyl?
Yes.
Is this an open fentanyl bar?
Did you know you can get fentanyl in Disney parks now?
Yes.
Or my
it's
daughter.
Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Blue milk is fentanyl.
We're going to put you on the edge of the fucking galaxy. Here, take this.
Can I have the fentanyl milk?
God damn it. That explains a lot about The Last Jedi. Or my daughter. Or was it my son? Not up to you to decide, buddy. Maybe I didn't even have a kid, but my wife or girlfriend, she was real. I knew she was. The thought was tearing me apart, Lisa. I couldn't see her in my head. I couldn't recall a single fact about her. You knew she's female.
Padding. This is all padding. This is boring.
I'm standing outside of the same building, but I was unsure why I was. Did I work there? I must work somewhere. The rain was accompanied by the chilly wind now. It was whipping me at my face.
Whipping me at my own face. His body's just whipping up.
It was whipping at my face, making my nose and cheeks sting. I wanted to go home. I wanted to be with her. I wanted to be warm. I wanted to go into a shitty office job that...
It wasn't shitty, you thankless ass.
I understand now. My life is important. That kept a roof over my head. I wanted it all. I was soaking wet. I was miserable. I couldn't remember my parents or my childhood. I didn't even have friends. Why was I in the rain?
I couldn't remember math or science. I couldn't remember who discovered America or in what year. I didn't know the state capitals. Wait, I didn't know that anyway.
I looked down at my hand. It was still clutching the jar. The only memory of my entire life I could concretely remember was that girl giving it to me. Damn, she was fine.
Oh, no.
Telling me it was happiness. It did not bring happiness.
Oh, no.
It brought pain. It brought suffering. I was more miserable in the moment than I'd ever been.
Oh, no.
My phone buzzed. Break the jar, Tim.
Guys?
What?
Yeah.
The happiness in the jar is that when you get everything back, you're happy with it because you've seen the alternative.
Yeah. Duh.
Happiness in a jar is like making you appreciate your life that you already have.
Yeah. What a fucking revelation.
Yeah, so he gets a text message that says, break the jar, Tim. I looked at my other hand. I was talking over that rudely, so I had to restate that. I looked at my other hand. With the sun setting and the rainy sky, I swear the jar glowed brighter than any street light near me. I didn't break it because I was following her instruction. I broke it because I was angry.
Oh, fuck that.
So you're stupid?
Yeah. I broke it because I was upset. I needed a release. I raised my arm above my head and brought it down with one swift motion. I threw it on the ground. This is a jar, not my daughter. Shattering the jar on the concrete beneath my feet. No,
Happy
next to your
existential
feet.
crisis to the ground.
Yeah.
So what does this peddler of bullshit do when someone's like, I'm really happy, but I wonder what double happiness feels like.
You get 2 jars. I don't fucking know.
So also, what does this Faustian figure have to gain from doing this?
I don't know. She's a nice person who's giving people happiness. That's all. She's a
Also,
pixie. She's a manic pixie nightmare girl. Pixie part.
Yeah, also, is this a horror story? Because they delete all of these other things of saying, like, what, you were, like, dealing with, like, a stalker? That's not a monster. That's not a real horror story. But, like, this kind of shit gets a pass.
Well, that's the wonderful, wonderful unwritten truth about No Sleep, and I'm calling out all the mods fucking right now. If something has enough upvotes, it can break all the rules, can't it, No Sleep? You don't fucking care. It's getting you attention, isn't it?
Maybe it'll make front page. But, I know that Abysmii knows the story. I'm not sure, DP, if you know the story. You probably do. But I'll just repeat it for everybody listening. I posted up a story on No Sleep, and it was about a children's TV show.
It was good.
And, well, thank you very much. And, it was about this guy recounting the story of his friend who was basically visited by a character from the children's show. Never said what happened. We never find out why or what happened, in that scenario. But the kid leads a life of, like, drug abuse and ends up dying, because he has, like, this self-destructive thing after that. And it was deleted for not being horror, and when I asked the moderator why, he said, it's just a story about someone trying to find out what happened to his friend. And I'm like, are you fucking serious, you fucking ape? Like, what? It's just about someone trying to find out what happened to his friend. That's not horror. Like, what?
I'll chime in with my story that also got deleted for not being horror. It was a story about a group of office workers who have a very mundane life, and then this random little this MacGuffin essentially kind of gets them all a little giddy, and they're excited about it, and they're diving into superstition, and then someone gets murdered outside their office. And it quickly puts a stop to everything, and they're all horrified.
Right.
That wasn't horror either. Someone getting shot in broad daylight is not horror to No Sleep.
I understand that you don't want to say what the MacGuffin was. You don't want to give any spoilers, but what is the name of that story?
Black Rice.
Oh, okay.
Which also won Pasta of the Month on the Creepypasta Wiki, which I have since removed because I don't want any of my stories to be CC by SA anymore. So, yeah, that's why it's not on there.
What a roller coaster. Go ahead.
But that should tell you something. Like, the Creepypasta Wiki, they're just like, oh, yeah, this is horror. Like, they understood it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, okay, a lot of people didn't. And in the comments were actually like, wait, what does it mean? What does the black rice mean? Is it haunted? I'm like, no. No. This is just a fucked up thing that happened. What? No, it couldn't be. There's got to be a deeper meaning. This is pretentious. Okay, sure.
No.
I will say...
Sometimes it just happens. Sometimes shit happens, and your mind connects it. It's like the rice is a...
Fucking Brandon just, like, summed up exactly what I was going for the entire time. Sometimes shit happens, and there's no explanation, and that's what scares people the most. Fucking 9/11 just happened to most people.
Yeah, and we still don't know who did it. Yeah.
It's a mystery. But, like, shit like that, like getting hit by a fucking car, just happens to people, even though they're doing everything right, and that's fucking terrifying. The fact that you can do everything right in life, and then shit will happen, and there's no way to stop it. That's scary, but not to No Sleep.
We hope you're enjoying this podcast, everybody. You're all going to die.
This is my new favorite episode.
I will say that the No Sleep moderators did a good job. They did do the right thing when they removed one of my stories, which was Cool Cat Kills the Kids. Which I shit posted up onto their Reddit. And, they did remove that after like a couple years.
Did they?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I checked every once in a while, and I was like, it's still up, okay?
What if we reported this story right now?
Finish this episode?
No.
Sure.
So what do you... does anybody need pizza or gin before we get started here?
No, I'm good. Let's just get through this.
The dark, chilly air accompanied the rain spread away like it was a shock wave of a bomb going off, and I was at the epicenter.
I saw the warm yellow light from inside the jar spread rapidly across the ground and ascend to the sky.
Oh.
It was as if I was watching the beginnings of the universe being created, like God had just snapped his fingers and said, "Let there be light."
Or
I was engulfed in it.
Or
I could
her
no
fingers.
longer-
Her fingers, maybe. Huh?
Their fingers.
She fingered the universe. I could no longer see the street or the rain or anything dark. I could no longer see the street?
Yeah.
Why?
I was
I felt
falling.
like I was
no-clipped through the earth like I was in GTA 5.
I just T-posed through the earth. I felt like I was plummeting from a star going faster than the speed of light. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a Faustian
good
bargain.
time. I'm holding this jar.
It's a beautiful life. It's a wonderful life.
Oh, God.
I was sitting in front of a fire on a cold winter's night, but the warmth was covering every inch of my body. And then I blinked. Immediately I could feel the sheets beneath me, and I checked back and I barely touched my wife. I was staring out the window. The morning light drenched through the window, and a glass gleamed on my face, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, and I fucked my wife's butt with my butt. Butt-to-butt sex.
I saw a glimmer of light coming out of my wife's asshole.
I stuffed the jar up my wife's asshole, and she was like, "Finally."
Damn it.
Okay, I'm just going to finish this because I don't give a shit. I stood from bed.
And angry.
God damn it! I stood from bed and angry. I'm not making that up. There's no my bed. And grabbed my phone. It was Friday morning. I had one text. "Let me know if you ever need another jar." Smiley face. I called in sick to work. I snuck into my daughter's room and he hit her with a jar. I greeted her with a kiss.
He just goes around throwing jars at everybody now. Get happy!
Be happy, bitch. And told her she didn't have to go to preschool today. We were going to have a family day. She smiled and stretched out her arms with a yawn before curling up and falling back asleep.
All right,
I got
let me
back in
read.
bed and...
No. Let me read the last paragraph here, okay?
Okay.
Let me read the last paragraph.
There's
Okay.
3.
I go around dressed up in a cool outfit and I hit people with jars in order to make them happy. That was the day I became an icon pasta. Now I'm... All right, go ahead
I got
if you
back
want.
in bed and squeezed my wife tightly. I didn't let go for hours. Our daughter came into our room and woke us up eventually. She was jumping on the bed and shouting for us to wake up. Yesterday I may have found that annoying. Yesterday I may have found a lot of things annoying or monotonous or dull. But not today. Today I pulled her under the covers in between me and Kelsey. Today was going to be a good day. Today I was happy. Every morning there's a jar full of happiness by Mike from Short Post Bed. I know it's not mine, but I got it from a blonde woman in a Starbucks parking lot. That's what she said.
Couldn't understand why you ripped off a movie. Once again, as predicted.
Fucking no sleep disappoints me like it always does.
Wicky barrel, wicky barrel.
It's time. It's that
Something's
time.
got me drinking.
This story is stinking.
It's that time of the episode to read some comments. I must have a jar like this without knowing. Everything is falling apart. Must find jar. Must break jar. Must. Fuck your comment. Go fuck yourself.
Well, the response is, "No, that's another story right there. Someone stealing jars of happiness from customers, hoarding them in a huge silo, all aglow inside."
I like this comment chain. Someone says, maybe it was Glinda after all. And someone else says, I legit upvoted for the Wicked reference. And the person replies, do you mean the Wizard of Oz reference?
I like, I'm sorry. Sometimes life sucks. If you ever need to vent or whatever, please DM me.
This comment, which bafflingly has 700 points, like upvotes or whatever, but what a price to pay. Can't imagine the pain of forgetting everything you are, everything you have, everything you work for. Dude, the point of the story is that it makes you appreciate what you have. That is baffling. Someone doesn't understand the in-your-face preachiness of this story.
This is weird. I found a comment from Abysmii. Every receptacle in my home is now smashed. I consumed any alcohol in said receptacles. I found happiness.
Wait, I have a different interpretation of this story. I think OP lost true happiness at the end. His happiness, as stated in the beginning, did not include his wife and responsibilities. The jar removed them without consequence, allowing him to live out his true dreams. By breaking it, he gave up his ultimate happiness for his previous life. No?
Well,
These comments are making me even more angry than the story did.
Someone here, so I guess the moral is enjoy what you have because you're never going to have more than that. At most, something will be taken away from you. Now that's a scary prospect. You'll never have anything better, and at most you'll lose something. Damn.
Oh, okay. I gotta read one from Tron X33. What a dick. Offered no happiness at all. Like Sight, it made you realize what you had going for you, but it's still blatant false advertising. Shit ain't happiness in a jar. It's pants-shitting terror and confusion in a jar, with a lucky side effect of allowing you to recognize the good in your... period.
Well, I mean, not that I want to... I don't want to come down on this author.
I want to come down on Tron X33.
You want to come on who? Okay.
I want to come on Rainbow Dash in a jar.
I don't want to come down on this author. It was written well. We didn't see, in terms of, the workmanship, we didn't find a lot of mistakes. We didn't find typos. We didn't find funny things,
true.
Except for where it said, I got up from bed, which, could be just a turn of phrase. We just didn't like the premise, but I would say that the happiness in a jar thing is like, you could think, okay, well, it gave you happiness by smashing the jar, or it could just say, you could just say, well, it put everything that made you happy in the jar, so it was a jar of happiness at the cost of your life, or I don't know, it just...
Yeah, I want to reiterate that, like in all of our episodes, I'm not angry at the author. This is not a remark on the author or the author's skills. This is, I have a problem with the story. And more broadly, I have a problem with no sleep.
And this is literally It's a Wonderful Life, so...
It is, and I don't give the story any passes for that because it did really nothing to build upon that whatsoever. It didn't subvert anything. It didn't do anything new with it. It really just is A Wonderful Life. And
You know what? It's less than A Wonderful Life, because the main character of A Wonderful Life goes around and sees how important his life is to others.
True.
This story is about someone being a selfish jackass. It's just like, here's how this will affect you. And it's not like, oh, your child will suffer, your wife will suffer. It's like...
Yeah.
So, like, A Wonderful Life is wonderful because it's teaching you, look, your life isn't just for you, and if you kill yourself, you're being selfish. That is the message of A Wonderful Life. This message is, hey, look, you have good things. This is about you. And
that's a really good point. Holy shit.
Hey, if you're listening to this and you're not appreciating your own life, go watch A Wonderful Life. It's a good movie.
It's, it's an old movie. It's black and white, and a lot of people fucking write it off, but seriously, go watch that movie.
And I will say it's a much better watch if you're on fentanyl.
Everything's a better watch whilst on fentanyl.
Whilst. Oh, look at Abysmii classing up drug addiction. Jesus Christ. Whilst one is on the drugs.
Excuse me, sir. I have found you in a Starbucks parking lot. Doeth thou have any fentanyl? I've never bought drugs illegally, you can tell.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hey Mixers, it's your dude guy, Drama Blender 911 here with a new drama video. And look, we gotta blend this up. We gotta get into this, but before we do, I gotta make this perfectly clear. I did not want to be making this video, guys, okay? I didn't want to be here talking about this, and there's a multitude of reasons. Look, it's a hairy situation, and some people are cynical, some people have this mindset of, everyone's out to get everyone, and I just want to say, I'm a neutral party here. I just report on the drama because it's news and you need to hear about what's going on in other people's lives that's important to you. I'm just trying to keep you informed, feeling a niche, so that's what we're doing here. And, I gotta be real with y'all. I didn't want to be making this video because I'm friends with both of these guys. I'm friends with Drama Scoop 420. I'm friends with Drama Bomber 69. Okay, I like these guys. They're important to me. I don't know them very well, but they've been orbiting me. They're kind of they're almost on my level of social media notoriety, and they have drama in their name, so I know about them, right? Yeah, we don't run in the same circles. We are friends, but I will say that there is some shocking discoveries to be had here. And without taking sides, because I'm a neutral party, without taking sides because I don't want to, I don't want to ruffle any feathers here. There's already drama to be had, and I just don't want to intervene. But I have to say that I think they're kind of leaving me out of this, and that's very frustrating for me, because I don't see how this isn't about me. So let's get into some clips here. Let's hear what Drama Scoop has to say.
Man, I really didn't want to have to make this video. Because the last thing you want to do is make a video spreading drama on YouTube and
I think that that's fairly clear where they're coming from. I can see their points. I think that they're ultimately wrong about a lot of things, but I see where they're coming from, and I think they're right. But the way Drama Bomb approached this, I can kind of see that too. Here's what they had to say.
You know what? I gotta be real with y'all. I didn't even want to make this video.
Now with that, it's kind of different from what Drama Scoop said, because when you think about it, ultimately they're kind of in the wrong about that, but the spirit of what they're saying is that I think they're right. But I think that they're both kind of missing out, and I think there's a little bit of talking past one another, and they're just kind of missing the elephant in the room, which is me. I don't know how they can be making this content without acknowledging what it is that I've done for the community. And so I think that it's, let's cut off the music. It's time for real talk. I've done so much for this community, and I expect so little. It's really kind of frustrating. Okay? And just please, if you take anything away from this, follow me on Twitter. That's been our Real Talk Minute. Let's get back into the blending. I see that there were a lot of people wanting my merchandise, and it was sold out, and some people ordered stuff and they haven't got it yet. We're going to talk about that next week, the drama. See y'all then, mixers.
500 Pizza Huts are closing down.
no.
500 Pizza Huts.
Dead Pallet here for 500 Pizza Huts.
I got 500 Pizza Huts, and I gotta sell them on the lot right now today. So you come on down to Dead Pallets Used Pizza Hut car lot.
Dead Pallets Used 500 Pizza Huts. What? Why would you name your business that? If you sell even one, you gotta change it.
This is happening. All these Pizza Huts are closing down because the Mexican robots are coming across the border and automating away all the pizzerias.
Okay. I don't know how that works, but sure.
I thought it was the millennials' fault that Applebee's and Pizza Hut and Sizzler are closing down.
Abysmii. Yes. I'm going to blow your mind here.
Okay.
It's the Mexillennials.
Oh my God.
Mexican millennials coming up here with their hipster outfits.
It all makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, not all Applebee's are closing down. It depends on the Applebee's, really.
Not all Applebee's are closing down, but all closing down are Applebee's. What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so what do you want to advertise with your 500 Pizza Huts? Why is this a plug? What are you plugging?
I'm just advertising Pizza Hut shutting down.
Why would you? Okay, so are you saying people should go eat at Pizza Hut to try to stop it, or
No.
Well, it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't thing. I want to advertise the fact. This is informative. This is a PSA. Pizza Huts are closing down. If you go to them, they will stop closing down. But I want people to make an informed decision. I'm not saying you need to vaccinate your children.
Mm-hmm.
I am just saying that, if Pizza Hut causes vaccines.
You're just saying that 500 kids' immune systems are closing down because they didn't get vaccinations.
Does he have measles? No, he's turning into pizza.
Much like Pizza Hut closing down if you don't vaccinate your kids.
Have you noticed that as the number of vaccines go up, 500
well, I mean, Toys R Us is supposedly going to make a comeback, so maybe Pizza Hut will too. So they could
big pharma's killing Pizza Hut.
Well, if people eat their pizza too much and they get type 2 adult diabetes and they can't afford their insulin, then they can't keep going to Pizza Hut because they'll be dead. And if they can't go to Pizza Hut, then the Pizza Hut shut down. So really, Pizza Hut's doing it to itself.
What do you do? What do you do then? What do you do then? Huh? Now you have to bulldoze down the Pizza Hut and turn it into a graveyard for all the type 2 diabetes.
That's right.
I'm just saying, don't vaccinate your children, or 500 Pizza Huts will shut down.
Right.
Or do, and then watch the Pizza Huts shut down. It's your choice, really.